All right, everybody, we are here at the 2024 Mobile Hunter Expo in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I am here with Scott with Arsenal. And last year I met Scott here, and he was like the talk of the expo with some of his cool new products. And I do have to say that his products obviously have to work, because I got one of his platforms and his saddles last year, and the very first sit in that cloud saddle and on that platform, no joke, killed the biggest archery buck of my life. And I'd like to think it's due to like my scouting and stuff. I think Scott would like to say it was because of his
yeah,
equipment.
I mean, we don't talk about it much, but it's guaranteed, guaranteed a bigger buck than you've ever shot within the first 3 sits.
There you go, there you go. So anyway, things are kind of wrapping up here at the show. We finally, because the crowds are being big here, so we finally got a minute. Scott's got a new saddle and some changes to his platform, some other stuff. So I'm gonna let Scott tell us about what he's got going on.
Yeah, so to start with here, we've got, last year we launched, everything was new. We launched the cloud saddle, we had our groundbreaking Razor platforms, we had our Icon telescopic sticks, we had our solid step 8ers, which we call max 8ers. So, last year was crazy because everybody was seeing this stuff all for the first time, and it was really hard to go through everything because there's so much that was new and different. And a lot of intricate design details.
Well, and not only was it new, everything was different than anything that was out there.
That's right, yeah. So, anyways, last year, the Cloud, we sold a ton of them, but they still were backseat to like our Razor platforms and stuff, because when you're looking at a saddle, sometimes it's really hard to judge. Hey, is that bulky? Does it fit good? Is it gonna be comfortable for more than 2 minutes? You even sit in the show for a couple minutes and you think it's comfortable. You get in the tree, different clothes on, sit for an hour or two, and you start to feel some different things. So, yeah, the saddles, we just kind of, were kind of almost undercover a little bit last year. These saddles, though, even though they were new, I have got to mention, we kind of partnered with an existing company, small company right out of Michigan when we launched these 2-bore saddles. They had worked on this template, this one, like kind of an oversized, bigger 1-panel template for, over 2 years. And then they sold their model for 6 months. And I was wanting to get in the category, but I wanted to have it right. And as busy as we are designing, next generation platforms and kind of a lot of engineering on the hard goods side, I wasn't quite sure about tackling the cut and sew and the athletic, different body shapes, making sure that it's gonna work well for everybody. So I had asked the Amsteel guy, Sam, and I'm sorry, I'm just giving you a little bit of background if that's okay.
No, that's awesome. I already did a video with Sam earlier, so this is great. Sam's awesome. So
Sam, we do a lot of stuff together, and I went to him a couple years ago and I'm like, hey Sam, out of all, because he buys everything new, he's just a gearhead, and I'm like, what's kind of the best saddles out there going? And he's like, to be honest with you, I'm using this 2-bore saddle, and nobody really, they're from just north of here in Traverse City. He's like, it looks a little different, but it's, it turned out to be my favorite this year. So I took a look at what he had going on, and I reached out to the 2-bore guys and I said, hey guys, I think there's something here, and I kind of walked him through my development process and what we would do, and it just kind of clicked. And so we took their template, we didn't copy everything they were doing, but we kept the template. We stripped down like the features, like the external stuff, and we built it back up. And what we ended up with is something that's we're really excited about, and we've been really happy with, especially with the launch of the new Cloud RLX.
Wow.
RLX stands for relax. We don't talk about it much. It still sounds cool, just the acronyms. But what we were able to do this year on the original Cloud, one of the things that we're most proud of and we tout is that we're using like performance athletic fabrics. So you're not getting that stiff industrial webbing and stuff that when you go to fold it up, it wants to bust open like a fish out of water and stuff. So with the Cloud, when you put it on, it's meant to kind of like gently hug your body. And with the oversized, as you can see, it rolls up super small in this, for packing.
A football maybe size?
Yeah, like a football size. And it weighs just under 2 pounds, so it's still one of the lighter saddles out there. But then when you open this thing up, I'm opening it up half, and this half you see here is a built-in foam backrest that comes
nice.
up high up your back with the RLX, where our original Cloud was only a couple inches up the back. Now we're 7 to 8 inches up the back. And so what we're doing is we're combining that back band comfort right in, and the results are truly incredible when you put this thing on. In fact, I'm going to put this on in a second, but just to show the users, in this format, it looks like it could be kind of too big and bulky when you look at it. It is an oversized panel, but because of the performance fabrics, it's really light, you know?
Yeah.
So when you put this on, it's more like, I'm from Frankenmuth, or I live in Frankenmuth, and it's a German town. They have their festivals, and they're all wearing kilts. I haven't gotten into that, but what I kind of explain is I reference like a girl skirt or something like a performance grade. This is never in your way on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's very light, but now you have kind of this really supportive.
It is. You can feel how supportive it is right back there.
And not to mention then, when you're looking at this panel, this is one of our signature features as well, that we have a couple patents pending on the kind of the position of these pockets, but I never liked having pockets on my side hanging, dangling. When I'm climbing trees, sometimes they'd catch on the climbing sticks going up, or dump pouches. Yeah. So we streamlined. Now with this, part of the reason for the bigger panel is because now you have the built-in streamline, and if you put your ropes in here or other gear, it always kind of just brings light pressure in, so it's not bulky out.
Right.
Right. So that's one of our signature features that makes the Cloud the Cloud. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of hook into here for you and bring this up and sit back in so the users can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking
step
about.
This side of you, so that way I
So
don't block the camera.
You're going to see a couple extra. I'm just going to lean back into the camera a little bit, but you'll notice right here, this is like lazy boy type panel that you're sitting into immediately. And I'm doing a lot of leaning when I'm hunting, probably 80–90% of the time, especially on only a 3-hour hunt or 4-hour hunt.
Yeah.
If I'm hunting all day, I'll come down and maybe relax some. But this panel here, being that extra supportive kind of, it's like a 3-4 layer foam fabric backrest in here. And it's just, I don't know what else to say other than when you sit in it, you're just instantly blown away by the comfort.
And it looks like you still retained your adjustability because you got the adjustment strap similar to what you had on the original Cloud saddle, where you can reposition the pressure points however you want.
Yeah, and I hate that there's a few straps here just from a perception standpoint. If you don't know about this saddle, it looks messy, but actually, instead of having a bunch of ropes and knots or something that if you don't use it all the time, it's really not intuitive, we just stick with these webbing adjustment straps, which anybody knows how to use a tri-glide buckle.
Right.
And all I'm doing, most of the time if I'm leaning, here's my total adjustments for the whole day. I'm either back a little bit further reclining, or if I want to sit a little bit upright, I'm going to pull these in an inch each way. Yeah. And that is literally the most I'm adjusting.
Yeah, I was actually going to comment, and this applies to a lot of different saddles, but especially yours, as I remember even the Cloud, is you got a lot of adjustment there, but sometimes it's only like a ½ an inch of movement.
Yes.
Like changes your whole experience.
Yes. And then, so we have the backrest support, 2 up top, left and right, and then we've got the bottom. So speaking of bottom, I'm going to pull those up, and what that's doing is cupping this underneath my legs. I'm going to go ahead and pull down here, and you can kind of see with my hands, that's what you're doing when you pull these, is cupping.
You're getting in that sitting position and really supporting your back of your thighs.
So
and
now when I come in, I'm cupped sitting in more of a chair versus leaning into a sling.
That's awesome.
A couple little, so with this Cloud RLX, we're shipping them towards the end of August, and they're in pre-order status now. And they're actually, because of the pre-order status, we decided to give back to everybody and offer $100 off on pre-orders. So normally $299 saddle, you're getting it for $199 if you pre-order. And this thing is like, you're talking about performance, top of the line fabrics, ripstop, you know, anti-snag.
That's the thing that always impressed me about the other Cloud, your original one, is everything about it, the quality is there. And it's a very lightweight, and that performance, it flexes, it moves with you. It's awesome material.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome.
So that's the Cloud RLX.
Right.
Check it out.
I'll change positions with you because I know, I mean, this is a familiar product. I mean, you unveiled this last year, but you made some changes this year.
Yeah, so last year it was Razor. We went through the fall, had an incredible, you know, fall of happy hunters, and it was just fun to see this product. This product, I'll just give a little snippet here. I design probably 2 to 3 dozen new products every year. And so typically when I go to shows and I'm showing a climbing stick or a bag or whatever it is, the people that see it for the first time are blown away because that's the first time they've seen it. I've seen it for 6, 9, 12 months. I'm already on to the next generation. So I'm not as full of energy as they are. But this Razor product is a product that the last year since we've launched, I've still yet to get less amazed with it, I guess is the best way to put it. It is really kind of on a level of its own. You walk around the shows and see the products. This is kind of looks like you're looking at an aircraft grade, you know, something that they would use, SpaceX or something versus the standard platform. And the reason for that is we're machining this all out of a solid block of 7075 and the reason why we do that and afford the cost of that is to get the best weight versus size ratio, right? This is an XL platform, our Razor Magnum here that I'm holding. You can see it's half the thickness of most platforms. Most platforms are gonna have their teeth sticking out like so. So if you go to put that on a, you know, I've got a pack here, you know, you can put the teeth in, but the teeth are into your pack, potentially ripping it or snagging on.
$200 or $300 pack.
You can put it outwards, but now your sticks and everything else, it's unbalanced to stack on the back. So what ended up happening with this razor thin technology is now, you know, even on this small pack here, if I slide that in, you can see you're razor thin. And a lot of guys end up actually, they put these things right inside their backpack. But if you get to the base of the tree or if you only have a short walk, because of the thin profile, we include the
belt clip.
The belt clip. And that is really, I mean, that feature is so notable and cool with people that I could probably sell them the belt clip for $300 and they get a free platform.
I know, I use the belt clip. This is well, last year's version of this is the platform that I use now when I multi-stick, because I go back and forth between multi-sticking and one-sticking, and that clip right there, I just clip it onto the back of my saddle when I'm
Don't
climbing.
even know it's there.
No, I mean, the thing is, it's smaller than probably my laptop that I use for work. I mean, it's like a big iPad size for the most part.
Right. So let me walk you through, a lot of people are familiar with in general, the concept of the technology thin and the belt clip, but let me show you the difference between the 2.0 and the original. So to start with, we've got this, I'm gonna bring this up, we've got longer and sharper razor teeth both on the bottom and on the top. The top, we went from 2 talons to 4, and these things are, I don't know.
Sharp. That's probably too close.
It's probably too close, yeah. So the super sharp teeth allow you to kind of dig a little bit deeper into the trees, especially, you know, medium to hardwoods. Allows you to dig in. We simplified, we've always had the simple rope lock, but originally we had like a Versa button that you went over and then the rope lock slots were separate. We combined those into one cleat. So on the cleat system, you're literally just going around like a horseshoe and then doing a figure eight and then you're all set.
Exactly.
The last thing that we can probably do a close-up for you on is we can show you how we actually now recommend doing a double cam system for installing. So I can put this on the tree with your platform completely open, so with gloves and everything on, you can bring your rope around freely, but keep the top step folded. And what you do is come around the tree then, get your rope just parallel and snug. And now, after your rope's figure-eighted in there, you just lift this up a little bit,
Flip that out.
flip that over, that cams your rope super tight. Then when you finish camming down the bottom,
Now it's
you're
rock
sucking
solid.
those in. And I find that with this system now, 80% of the time, depending on the tree, you know, every once in a while,
everything's
super hard tree or there's a knot in the tree, but 80% of the time I'm finding that my platform with that system and these sharper teeth, I'm not toe camming, I'm locked in before I ever put my foot on the platform, which is super nice.
Oh yeah, it's very nice, and having that security just not only does it make you feel safe. I mean, you are. I mean, just and the stability if you're going to side load to going around the tree and everything.
Yes,
it really helps.
yes, the longer teeth, that is both top and bottom. We didn't have, you know, per se a problem with the original, but with these new teeth, it's just like crazily grizzly bear into the tree when you lock it on for side pressure.
Very cool, man. That's awesome. Well, some exciting new additions and changes and all that, you know, and continue to grow. I mean, you got your aiders, you got your back rests and everything. You got a variety of products. So where can everybody go online to check you guys out and reach out to you?
Check us out online, huntarsenal.com, or if you can't remember that, then just type in Arsenal Hunting and Google, and then we're going to pop up.
And you're in all the social media stuff.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
Facebook,
absolutely.
Instagram,
Yep, everything's Hunt Arsenal.
All right, very cool. Well, there you go, guys. I can personally attest to their products. I used them last year. I bounce around sometimes from gear to gear, and their saddle is amazing. Their platform right now is still my go-to when I multi-stick. Great company. Scott's been a great guy to bounce ideas off of. We chat every once in a while over the year via message and stuff. So check them out online. Thanks for your time, Scott.
Appreciate it very much, Derek.
All right,
yeah, we'll see you around.
Thanks, everybody,
Good luck
for
this
walking.
season. Yeah,
Thanks.
everybody.
Bye.